right, my people and my viewers all over the world. Today I have come to unleash a burden that has been on my mind. I have been doing video for some time now, telling people on how I use spirituality to survive in the Nigerian military for the period of 21 years. There is an interview I attended with Lucky Udu Experience, where I have an interaction with Lucky, and I was telling him that it was my relationship with my maker, my relationship with God, that made it possible for me to serve for that period of years without sustaining injuries or without having any difficulties, because the period that's supposed to be pain for me in the military, when I pray I always have the key, and the key is to focus on the goodness of God, and that sustained me for those number of years. So some people have been telling me, why don't I tell them on the operations I participated and some issues that need to be tackled, so that the problem of insecurity in the country will be a thing of the past. I said today I will make a very short video on how we can end the insecurity problems within the period of 1 month, if at all we are sincere to ourselves. That the problem is not lack of capacity or that we have weak soldiers, but lack of willpower, of which our leaders all know about this thing. So, because our leaders know, sometimes I don't like to talk about it, because we know what we are supposed to do so that this insecurity will end. It was late General Abacha that said it, that if insecurity persists for a period of 24 hours, if it lasts more than 24 hours, know that government hand is inside. And what we are talking about today, are we talking about Boko Haram or bandits? They have lasted for the period more than 15 years. Because the Boko Haram issues we are having today, this modern Boko Haram that we have now in Nigeria, it started with Malam Yusuf in 2009. So we all know how it all started, and I played my part too. From the period of 2014 to the period of 2018, I was there in Borno State, Dambuwa local government, from where I participated in many other operations within Borno State there. And I can tell you, as a man that was involved, that it is possible that we can end this Boko Haram or bandits or other insecurity in Nigeria within the period of 1 month, if we are sincere to ourselves. Number one that we need to do is to turn off the tap. What do I mean by to turn off the tap? You publish the names of the sponsors of the insecurities. This complex disaster we are facing, they have sponsors. Publish their names. The national security advisors know the names, because intelligence informations are available. We don't lack intelligence informations. These people are human beings. They are living among us. We know them. They should not be treated as if they are bigger than government. They should not be treated as if they are above the law. Because they are close to the source of law does not mean you should give them that power, that they should be acting as if they are above the law. We have their names. Publish their names. Let the National Security Advisor do their work, do his work. Let the DSS do their work. Publish their names. Let the Central Bank of Nigeria freeze their accounts. Once their account is frozen and money stop flowing, these guns, these arms, these ammunitions will stop flowing. If water is running from tap and pipe is connected from that tap. After using the water, if you refuse to off the tap, water will be splashing, the water will be flowing around. If you no longer need that water, you are supposed to go to the tap and go and off that water. You are not supposed to carry mop and start mopping the ground, because that is what is happening. That is what our soldiers are doing today. That is what our militaries are doing. They are just mopping ground where the water is flowing from tap, instead of going to the tap to go and off the water, so that the water will stop flowing naturally. They are just mopping ground. As they are mopping ground, so the water is still flowing from that tap, because the source of that water is still on. You need to publish the names of the sponsors of these people, those people that are financing them. Once there is no finance flowing again in that business, because banditry is a business, all those things those people are doing, they are all business. If you can stop the financing systems of the business, the business will die down naturally. Number two things we need to do is to suspend all illegal mining license in Zamfara, Niger and Katsina. Suspend all illegal mining license in Zamfara, Niger and Katsina. You need to go to those illegal mining sites. Go and see the population of people there. The population of people there are even more in numbers than people in the central banks. You see men, women, children. If people people gathered in those bush, doing the activity, their illegal mining activities there. And who are the people that are securing them? The bandits in the bush there. They are the ones that are armed, carrying new rifles, good weapons. They are carrying to secure the people that are doing those activities, because they are being sponsored by the people. They are by the leaders of those non-state actors. They are sponsored. That is where their money is coming from. Arrest the foreign collaborators. There are many Chinese in the bush there with heavy equipment like all this. With some area they will use swambuki. Some area they are using excavator, digging ground here. The illegal mining site is owned by those. The illegal mining sites are owned by those bandit leaders. So once you can seize their license, suspend those activities, it is very, very possible. You can do this. It took 24 hours for Nigeria to shut down during the period of COVID-19. It took Nigeria just 24 hours to shut down the whole country. If you can treat this insecurity as an emergency that needs to be responded to, as a complex disaster that needs to be tackled, we can tackle it from that lens. We can shut down the country by focusing seriously on those areas. We do what we want to do, what is expected of us to do. Turn off the network. You can switch off network from those areas. That is another point. You switch off network from those areas. Those people, they need network to function. They need network to negotiate for ransom. They need network for them to coordinate their attacks. They have men they position in strategic places. In any operation they are going out for, they will need communication to survive. Without communication, they will not be able to coordinate their operations. You can also withdraw. Another point again, you withdraw all the police and military attached to those allergies, attached to those non-state actors, attached to those bandit leaders, those people you know that their names are there in those environment, in those books. You know them. Sometimes you will be calling them allied, sometimes you will call them chief, sometimes you will call them honorable. Call them any name you want to call them, but they are soldiers and police are following them. They will continue to they will continue in their illegality. They can carry anything they want to carry, because the soldiers and the police, they don't even know what the man used to carry in that convoy. They are only in charge of the escort vehicle. It's only the escort vehicle that the escort commander can tell you what is carrying. But in terms of that, those jeeps, in terms of those big vehicles, the man carrying that convoy, It is only the man PA and the people that are very close to the man that used to load the vehicle with whatever they want to carry in the night. Once they want to take off, you as the soldier or the police, you can only enter the front to lead, and the ones that will be in the back to chase. They don't know what the man is carrying, and there is no checkpoint that will ever check them. Because you cannot tell me that your colleague will be carrying somebody VIP, somebody that you call VIP, and you will tell me that you will stop that vehicle to check what they are carrying. In your checkpoint, you cannot even try it, unless you unless you are looking for problem, which does not even happen. You cannot even stop that convoy that you want to check what the convoy is carrying. Another point again is charge all the local government chairmen and all the traditional rulers to do their work well. Let there be community policing. Those people, anywhere you hear any kidnapping or any attack within the local government and within the communities, the traditional rulers, their staff of office, you will seize it, and the local government chairman will be suspended. Once you can make it like this, that everybody should do their work. Security problem, security issues is everybody's issues. Security problem, security is everybody's business. Let everybody play their role. Because what we used to see is, once the military see that the willpower from the government is not there to tackle it, even you, the period you will be there, you will only be praying for you to finish your period there, to be changed, to be rotated from that environment. Because you know that there is no readiness to fight. You know that the government are not ready. The government is not ready. And if the government is not ready, is it you that will sacrifice yourself? You that is seeing that your colleagues that died in the operation, that paid the supreme price, they are not even given befitting burial, let alone taking care of their family. Are you ready to die? You are not ready to die. As you are there, you are just praying for you to be rotated. Soldiers will be there and just be applying for course, anything that will take you out of that environment, so that at least you will discover that your period of staying there is being shortened. By that time, you will go for course. You always want to go for pass, to go and see your family, just because the environment there is not conducive. You know that they are just there playing game with your life. If we want to tackle this insecurity problem, we can tackle it. Another thing is, increase the allowance of the soldiers and pay the allowance on time. If you are not paying the soldiers allowance, the soldiers will collaborate with illegal activities that is happening there, because they also need money to survive. Their family needs money to survive. Their children that are going to school, they need money to pay their school fees. If you cannot pay, if you cannot give the soldiers money, and you are packing money as politicians, they will be looking for a way that they will sustain, they will help themselves. Some soldiers can sell informations. If they don't have that conscience, they can sell informations. Some soldiers can aid and abet in different ways. Illegal mining activity, they can join up, because that is the only way they can help themselves. If we are ready to tackle this insecurity problem, we can tackle it. It is not difficult. We can tackle it. We can do it. We have men that are well trained in the military. It's not lack of capacity. It's not that we have weak soldiers. It's lack of willpower. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. We'll continue to interact as time progresses. Thank you.